President we're going to focus on was President during one of the hardest times in our American history, the Civil War. So who are we talking about today? I hope you said Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln is an iconic figure from our history, the president who was able to keep our country together after the North and the South couldn't resolve their differences and they fought a war. They eventually stayed together as one nation. And so that is something that Abraham Lincoln will always be remembered for. Now, today I'm going to share with you a fiction story, a book that has some true facts in it and some made-up storyline. And the thing I really want you to focus on in today's book is the art style that the illustrator used in this book, because the art style, I think, is really fun and interesting. And we are going to make a portrait of Abraham Lincoln using the style from this book. All right, let me share the story with you. Before I read the story, I want to read you this little note that was found in the back of the book, just so you understand the first couple pages. It says, the dogs featured in this book are Fala, the Scottish Terrier of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Yuki, the mixed breed of Lyndon B. Johnson, and Rex, the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel of Ronald Reagan. And that dog, Rex, drove the occupants of the White House crazy with his barking at the Lincoln bedroom. Okay, so with that note, we'll begin the story. Abe Lincoln's Dream by Lane Smith. Okay, the first pages don't have any words on them, but I want you to notice something. First of all, of course, what is the building that you see in this picture on the left? It looks pretty much just like what we drew and painted a couple weeks ago. So yes, that is the White House. The other pictures here show a dog that's going up the stairs in the White House, looking in a room, and has a very surprised expression on his face. 1943. Fala wouldn't enter that room. Neither would Yuki or Rex. Some said they saw the ghost on the 12th of February, but on that day everyone was wearing stovepipe hats, so who could tell? Then one day, a girl wandering from her tour discovered a tall man standing over the Gettysburg Address. "Hi," said Quincy. "Hello, child," he said. He was dressed in black from hat to boot, but she wasn't frightened. He had a long face that made her feel sorry for him. "Are you lost?" she asked. "I don't think so," he said, walking through a wall. "Well, you look confused." "Why, I'm right as rain," he said. "Are you sure?" "Well, no, not really, no. Ghosts are no good at telling fibs," he said. "You can see right through them." "That is a very silly joke," she said. He returned with a rose. "Truth is, I'm thinking of a dream I had last night," he said. "It's always the same. I'm on a ship, sailing rapidly for some shore I know not where." "In my nightmares, I'm in class," she said, "naked as a jaybird. Totally embarrassing." "I wouldn't worry. That's a common dream," he said, "like the one where the bears have gotten into your cabin." "You're tall," she said, taking 4 steps to his one. "Do you know how long a man's legs should be?" he asked. "No." "Long enough to reach the floor." Oh, she thought this joke was sillier than the last, but she laughed to be polite. "I apologize if I appear restless, but there's so much to do beyond 1865. Our union was so fragile, so uncertain. like that ship on the rocky sea. She led him to the door. Oh no, I never leave the executive mansion, he protested. Well, you should, she said. A lot has changed since 1865, including the name of the executive mansion. We just call it the White House now. The ghost did the flying. The girl answered the questions. Are the states united, he asked. Did that work out? Yes, that worked out fine. And equality for all, he asked. Oh, that's working out too, she said. It's getting better all the time. And man, he asked, does he no longer fuss and fight with his fellow man? Oh, we're still working on that one. But I think overall, the Founding Fathers would be proud of our progress. Don't you? Said Quincy. Why, I think they'd be over the moon. Over the moon, yes. There's one last thing I want to show you, she said. Oh, my stars, he said. We have come a long way. 3 cheers and ballyhoo. His tour over, he returned her to hers, and he began to disappear one final time. Knock, knock, she said. Who's there? He said. Orange. Orange who? Orange, you feeling better now? Oh, that is a very silly joke, he said. That night, Quincy had a dream. She dreamed of a man, a tall man in black, on a boat moving rapidly toward the rising sun. He was smiling. Aha. All right, scholars, that is the end of the story, but I want to go back to this page right here. Take a look at this picture that we have of Abraham Lincoln. So it's a very stylized, kind of cartoonish picture, and I used this picture to help us come up with an idea for our Abraham Lincoln portrait. We're going to do that same kind of look, but instead of having his eyes closed, we'll make his eyes open, and we can change a few little details as well. But that's the idea that inspired me for the next project we're going to do. So I want you to start thinking about what kind of background you want to paint, because that will be our first step in this project. And I will be talking more about that in the project video, or I'll see you in class and I'll explain it there. All right, thanks for checking in. See you next time.